Hey everybody, it's your old pal Jason. I know, last person you thought. You weren't expecting this. I'm like something unexpected that maybe happened in Spain this one time. I don't know. Welcome to the state of the channel for May 2025. It is an early Sunday morning. I am out in the GMD. I have my coffee. It might rain today. That would be wonderful. That would absolutely, man, I don't know if I could handle that kind of joy in my life. We are looking at a game this week called Mighty Gunvolt. Heard of it, never played it. It was on like super duper sale the other day. It was like $1.30 or something like that, so I bought it. And depending on how quickly I talk here, we might finish the game in this video. It was very short. Thankfully, it seems like there are 3 players, and I'm assuming every player has multiple paths, because the guy we're playing as absolutely has 2 paths. It's not quite what I was expecting, we'll say that. Anyway, I need to go over here to the studio, and I need to pull this thing up. That thing. And we're also going to need this other thing, so we'll take that other thing too. I'm recording this on Sunday, pardon me, Sunday the 27th. We are back to 5-day work weeks, which is good and bad. I prefer the 5th day as opposed to 2 hours longer on only 4 days, especially in the summertime, because you get a lot more done in a solid 8-hour chunk than you do with just an additional hour on either side of your regular workday. But that does mean my schedule for this kind of stuff gets a little tight, we'll say. Pardon me. So, let's see. We want this one first. And let's come over here on the Stream Deck thingy. Hit that button. We are sitting at 388 subs as of right now, which is a change of 6 from last month, which is all right. We were getting close to 400 at one point. I think up to 394 was the highest I saw it get. But, you know, accounts closed, people unsub. That's fine. It's fine. Maybe my Trump magnet theory video made them mad. I don't know. Nor do I pretend to know. But I do like some feedback. I asked about some of my friend Pedro feedback, and I got a little bit, and it's understandable. So, pardon me. We've updated that. So we'll close that. Final Fantasy X is still rolling along. We just, today, the day I'm recording this, episodes 35 and 36 went public. We have 49 episodes total of this game, so Final Fantasy X is going to continue to run through into May. Coming up at the end of May, we've had 2 days where I didn't have anything really recorded and ready to go. So by we, I mean I, the royal we. If I ever start talking about myself in the third person and it's not intentional, you know what I mean? Like, your old pal Jason, you know what I mean? Like, that's just me being obnoxious. But if I ever start doing it and like mean it, I need you to tell me, because then we've got problems. As I'm talking to you now, trying to fill dead air, I am adding episode numbers to my schedule here. You know, for all the fun I make of Darkside Phil for having his schedule, I have a schedule, and do I stick to it? You know, yes. Is mine like biblical law, like his seems to be? No, I don't mind changing mine last minute, but God, you ask that man to, like, can you play this instead of this tonight? And so, oh, geez. I think his house was on fire. should have done this a week or two ago, and I didn't. Now I've done it. Now I know where we're going to be at the end of the year. So Final Fantasy X, I think I can tell you. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, because there's no reason not to. When we finish Final Fantasy X, like I said, we have 2 days where I'm not going to have anything big, right? I'm trying to break up big projects with little ones in between. And before we start the next game we're going to do in June, at the end of May, a Sunday and a Thursday, we will be finishing, ladies and gentlemen, Melon Journey. We streamed Melon Journey a little bit and had a wonderful time. At least I had a wonderful time playing it. I think everybody seemed to have a pretty good time watching it. So needed some filler stuff to go in between some of these bigger games. So I went back and revisited some games that we had started and never finished that weren't terribly long, like Melon Journey. So we will finish Melon Journey in May. Melon Journey will be all done. And then upcoming, excuse me, throughout the rest of the year, of course, Dragon Quest XI I've talked about. Okage's coming up. I've got a Zelda game we're doing. I've got a replay of Mega Man Unlimited in the works. There's some Dredge DLC I think we're going to get to. And then another adventure exploration game for the PC. I think we talked about it, called 9 Years of Shadows. And I really enjoyed playing it, and so I thought this would be a great game to Let's Play. So I recorded it, and I gotta be honest with you, it went so much better when I was recording it than it did when I wasn't. It was horrible. It was really bad when I wasn't recording it. I just gotta be honest with you. It was a disaster. It was kind of hard. It got better. I did. Some of the bosses in that game were just, oof, kicking my poor little behind. Anyway, that's what's upcoming there. I don't think I need this anymore. I can get rid of that. Streaming. We have got on deck currently my friend Pedro, which I think we're going to be finishing on Monday. My friend Pedro was a poll winner. When we have finished a game like my friend Pedro, and we still have time left to stream, we're going to switch over, I think, and do some of those Capcom arcade games from the collection. We did that a couple of weeks ago, and that seemed to work really well. We got through Magic Sword, and we got through King of Dragons, and there's just a bunch of others. So I think for the foreseeable future, that's what we'll do whenever we have some downtime. Unless somebody suggests, hey, could you do Minecraft, or could you do an hour of this or something else? But I hate starting something that's like really big or really long, something that we can't finish in a stream if it's in between games, you know. But the arcade game, thing seems to work okay. So we've got that. As that was a poll, and we had a viewer's choice before that. On deck, next on the list of games we're going to stream is The Stillness of the Wind. I don't know much about it. I've got it on Steam. Kind of like my friend Pedro, I think I probably saw some artwork or some publications, promotional publications. Thought, well, that looks interesting, and then I bought it. Or it came in a Humble Bundle or something like that. If that is indeed the case, that is why. That gives us something else to look forward to. I don't know how long it is. I just don't know anything about it. You know, let's do this. Let's go over to Steam and look for Stillness. Apparently, I played it for 5 minutes in March of 2022. Quiet game of life and loss. One by one, everyone left the village for the city except Talma. Approaching her final years, she maintains a simple way of life, tending to her homestead, surviving, subsisting, while increasingly disturbing letters arrive from her family in the city. Yeah, kind of a little isometric, atmospheric, what does this say? Popular user defined tags. Indie adventure atmospheric agriculture. Well, those are all things people say about me all the time. He really likes his atmospheric agriculture, ladies and gentlemen. So I think this will fit right in. Eurogamer calls it stark and beautiful. Polygon says it's less about doing and more about feeling. Paste says Stillness of the Wind is my cat's favorite game. So I'm glad your cat can figure out how to operate a mouse and keyboard, Paste. Anyway, that's what's coming up. Pardon me. And I think it'll be good. I think we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up, and I'm looking forward to it. I've actually kind of started making my schedule for 2026 games that I want to do. You know, there's a couple of replays in there. There's a lot of new games in there. There's a lot of games that are part of series that I've already done but haven't played the series. Like, I got looking at when I was building the playlist for the streams, I didn't realize how many Castlevania games I've played. I have played a lot of Castlevania games. Here's the Castlevania games I've played. We're gonna go to game series at the website. We've played Castlevania 1, 2, and 3, and the Metroid Crest remake of 2, Super Castlevania 4, Bloodlines, Order of Ecclesia, Dawn of Sorrow, Aria of Sorrow, and Portrait of Ruin. I think that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I played 11 Castlevania games. I don't even like Castlevania really all that much, but I played 11 Castlevania games. So I figured there's only like 3 or 4 left that I haven't played, so let's just play them. So sometime in the future, you can expect a Let's Play of Harmony of Dissonance, Circle of the Moon, and as much as I dislike it, Symphony of the Night. But when I do Symphony of the Night, I think I want to play the PSP version, because as I understand it, it's considered the most complete version. Plus, I think the PSP game that has Symphony of the Night on it also has some sort of Rondo of Blood thing on it. You have to play through that to unlock Symphony of the Night to play blah, 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 blah. So I might get it and play around with it for a little bit this year in my off time. And then we'll see. I think we'll be okay with that. But yeah, there's the Castlevania games. I've got a couple of Metroid games. I've had Metroid Prime for a long time, and I've never played it all the way through because I always get distracted doing something else. So Metroid Prime might be on the list. Fusion is probably going to have to get done, as much as I really hate Fusion. I think Fusion is so boring. Like, everything about Fusion is boring. The combat is boring. The story is boring. The cutscenes. Where are there cutscenes? It's boring. Metroid is a... Look, Metroid should not have walls of text, and Metroid Fusion is walls of text. That's the problem. That's my problem with it. And it just looks bad, and it sounds bad, and it's just so boring. So boring. And, as I made a post the other day, you can trace, like, nobody liked Metroid Other M, right? Right? It's very, very contentious. A lot of people really don't like it. And they don't like it, I don't think because of the gameplay, because the gameplay is pretty good. Like, the combat's really cool, and you got, like, interactive cutscenes and all that kind of stuff. And that's okay. But it's the story, and I was doing a thing, and then the noise, and then the baby, and oh, the baby. That specific thing is directly because of Fusion. Okay? Like, we have Twilight Vampires because Anne Rice wrote Interview with the Vampire. That's exactly why we have sparkly Twilight Vampires. Because before Anne Rice, vampires weren't sparkly Twilight Vampires. Anne Rice comes along and writes Interview with the Vampire, and then we have sparkly Twilight Vampires. This is directly, one followed the other. Other M directly follows the formula that Fusion set up. And if you're gonna hate what Other M did, when it's the same thing that this other game did, you don't get to like it in one and not like it in the other, because just, you know, I don't appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. End of rant. Old man yelled at cloud. Yeah, I'm looking at the thing here, the game series, and we've got a lot. We've got a lot over here. So there's some Zelda games I haven't played. There's some Metroid games I haven't played. There's some Castlevania games I haven't played. And I think, you know, going forward, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we'll just pick them up and play them as they come along. I still have some longer projects I want to do for you. Next year, we're gonna finish Dragon Quest XI, of course. I really want to play Baten Kaitos Origins for you guys. I've been playing the HD remake version, and it's okay, but I honest to God miss the English voice acting in Origins because it is really good. Not like the voice acting in Eternal Wings, which was kind of laughable most of the time. It's much better, so we will probably be playing that on the console and not doing the HD remake of Origins. And I think that'll be fine. I also kind of have wanted to do a Let's Play of GoldenEye for a really long time. Played the hell out of that game until Perfect Dark came up, then played the hell out of Perfect Dark. So now that I've got a better capture card, unless I can get it to emulate fairly well, we might start doing some N64 games. Somewhere out here in the GMD, I found at a thrift shop a N64 controller that had a USB cable on it. And you bet I bought that thing, like, right away. And I think I've played around with it a bit. So that could be a thing that comes up. But yeah, we've got some games that I've played before for you, like Saga Frontier 2 needs a replay. We'll do that. We've got some sequels to stuff that I've started the series and maybe never finished. Things like that coming up. So be on the lookout for all that. Still streaming Twitch Monday nights. Electric Leftovers podcast, still a thing. So if you want to check out any of that, just visit the website, jasonsgroovemachine.com. I'm gonna go because I think I've talked long enough that we probably finished the game and then some. Thanks for watching, everybody.